Hello and welcome to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy. Yay. Thank you for that. Well, guys, tonight I have something somewhat of a mystery. I received this package about a week before Christmas, and I didn't know who it was from. And I opened it, I wasn't expecting anything, and I had not ordered anything. So I was like, well, what's this about? So I opened it up and was delighted to see this here, this castle. But I still didn't know who it was from, so I kept searching and I found this little tiny piece of paper. It was about, I'm not kidding, it was like this big with very tiny print on it that said John Nardella. So I called up my friend John and he said, oh, yeah, his wife Linda had picked this out for you and ordered it on Amazon. I said, well, gosh, John, that's really nice of you guys to do that. Now, I don't care for the name of it, Good Peace Castle. I like, what the heck is that? It sounds like a place that sells Chinese food. Well, it is made in China. That's the only thing I could ascertain from the packaging. I did look at the instructions, and there's no date or trademark. Let's see here. As you can see, there is no date or trademark on the sheet of paper. So who made this? I have no idea. The instructions on how to assemble it is very rudimentary. This shows what the contents are, and on this side is a little guide on how to put it together. I did have some difficulty putting it together because I wasn't really looking at the instructions, so I made a few mistakes. I'll point those out to you when I show you the castle itself. But I thought that was really nice of John and his wife to send this to me for Christmas. So I decided that since it doesn't have a name, I'm going to name this Castillo de San Juan de Nardella in memory of my friend and his wife who, well, I should add E. Santa Linda de Nardella. It took me about 2 hours to assemble this. Some parts went together so easily, it was kind of surprising and quite satisfying. And other pieces I really struggled with. And having since put it together, I discovered I made some mistakes in its assembly. And that's why some of the parts don't fit together well. So let's take a look at the castle. You've seen enough of the packaging. I'll show you this so that you know that what I say is accurate about no name. I have no idea what language that is. Made in China is the only thing that I can see. So here's the castle itself. Like I said, it took about 2 hours to put together because I kept making errors. And it's still not put together right because there's one that I did correctly, and that's this rear tower to the left. You see a doorway that leads to the walkway. And there's doorway down there, but up here I made a mistake. And you see the doorway does not lead to anything other than the courtyard. It should be a doorway right there. And here the doorway's on the wrong side. And up here, I think this is also incorrect as well. Now, some of the pieces fit together very nicely, as you can see here. This fits snugly, but on this side, you can see that it's somewhat separated from the main body, and I suspect that's because I have it put together incorrectly. So the tolerances are not very forgiving, I suppose. The soldiers themselves, and they give you quite a number of them. Uh, they're okay. They're fair. I prefer, call to arms, accurate, Airfix, Knights by companies like that. These are kind of somewhat toyish looking, and they look like Saracens. And some of the helmets look like Roman helmets. Is it this one? No. One of them, his helmet looked like he's wearing a Roman style helmet. I should have set him aside so that we could take a look at it. At any rate, I'll tell you what I like about this. And that is, it's the perfect size, guys. If you have a shelf that you would like to display some of your Britain's Swap It Knights or Tempo Crusaders or even Tempo Knights, this is a perfect size for you to do that. And because of these walkways along the battlements there, that one fell off. There's another one I didn't put up right. There's a lot of room to set the figures up. So that's really one of the features about it that I really like, is the fact that it's compact. Another thing that's really awesome about this is the artillery. Now, usually when you buy these things, you have to assemble the artillery. You have to get a rubber band and put it on and do a blah, 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 blah. This came ready to go. And I'll give you an example of that. Boom. Isn't that cool? And look at this. You really need two hands to do this, guys. I'm going to press that down. Well, I probably could show you better if I had two hands on this. But it's ready to go. You don't have to do anything. There was no assembly required or anything. It came out of the bag just as you see it. The only thing that required assembly on the siege equipment are these shields here. During the Middle Ages, when laying siege to a castle, they would build these with like little wheels on them, and they would be able to push these up closer to the walls and fire arrows through the little loop there that you can see right there. And the logs would help protect the archer. And it came with these two little flags that you see there. It came with how many horsemen? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 horsemen. And I think it comes with like 29 figures. So quite a generous amount of soldiers came with the playset. But like I said, I really like the artillery. I think it's really cool. And it also came with some little terrain pieces here, these boulders. I was hoping they would be for the catapult, but they're not. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know. I don't think that would be too effective. So let's take a walking tour, or oops, what did I do there? Ooh, 4 times. There we are. Let's take a walking tour around the battlements. You can see I messed the towers up pretty badly, I suppose. It's supposed to look like this one back here. Did I do that again? There we go. Now the interior doesn't have any structures, any buildings of any kind. So it's more of like an outpost than it is a residence, or like during the Middle Ages. Did you know that to have crenellations on your property, you had to have special dispensation from the king in order to have crenellated walls like this? So if you see a chateau that has those, that means that they got special permission to add that to their home. The king rightfully didn't want them getting too secure of a fortress in case he had to attack them to steal more money from them or something, or punish them for not doing what he told them to do. But anyway, I got a kick out of this. I thought it was very cool that John and his wife Linda picked this out for me for Christmas, and I'm very pleased with it. It looks like there may have been stickers at one time, like right there and over here. The gateway does resemble a chateau. Isn't chateau French for castle? I could be mistaken. I don't speak French. But like I said, the soldiers are a wee bit primitive and toy-like. However, you could easily replace them with figures that you care for. Like I would like to put my Tempo figures with this. Okay, guys, I wish I could give you more on who manufactured this, but it's a mystery. But it's not a mystery castle any longer because it's now Castillo de San Juan Nardella. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for coming along and getting Iggy with it. The next item I have to share with you, I think, will be the very last of my Christmas loot, and it is a Star Wars AT-AT. So I look forward to bringing that to you in the next video. In fact, guys, the next video I think is going to be my 300th video. Can you believe it? 300 videos. I never thought it. But there we go. So if you've only watched a couple of my videos, there's still a lot more for you to check out and get Iggy with it. Thank you for joining the Iggy Army, enlisting in the Iggy Army. The term of service in the Iggy Army is only 20 years, similar to the Roman Army. And if you live long enough to get your retirement, I'll set up a little town for you in North Africa so that you can retire. Well, guys, where are we going to go? Last time we went to a Chuck Wagon Cafe. Usually we go to Roy Rogers Ranch for a barbecue, but I think this time let's go to the lunch counter at Woolworths, or as they say in Great Britain, Woolies, and have, I would like to get a scoop of ice cream in a silver cup that has a little pedestal on the bottom, and then they put a cookie, like a butter cookie, in the scoop of ice cream. And I think that would be really great. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you. Honest. So look forward to the next video, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, guys.